Hello and welcome to week 12 as we make our way through the ending of our semester here together and we're in the psychology seminar class, and we are continuing with chapter 8 on career planning. However, what we're going to be looking at are actually careers within the field of psychology. And what I want you to consider is you've come to this class with goals associated with your desire to study psychology. I would like you to explore possible other avenues that you can possibly go down as you explore this world. Oftentimes, we start at some point, and then as we learn more about the field of psychology, we learn about other things that are out there, and that's certainly what happened to me. Definitely going into a clinical sort of way and a roundabout sort of methodology of getting into that clinical world, only to later find myself that I much more enjoyed the experimental world and eventually studied educational psychology. So the future may be a mystery. The other thing that we're doing is we're getting back into the special assignment Pinker's book. We are looking at part 4 discussion. And what I'm having you do is what we usually, and what we actually prefer, when we look at issues that are going around the world and we're gathering data and we're trying to come up with solutions, it's very easy for us to have a tendency to look for simplistic, all-encompassing solutions. Like, let's just do this, let's just do that to change the situation. And oftentimes, it's complex. In fact, I would say it's always complex. Problems that exist within our world are complex, therefore the solutions to them need to be complex. And sometimes what it takes is you look at a specific problem and then you look at all the individuals that are impacted by that particular situation. So let's say we're going to build a wind farm out in western Maine. And you think of all the players that are involved. You have the people that live locally. There's the wildlife that's there. There's the recreation. There's the vision, Department of Tourism. There's all those. But then on the other side, there's the investors in the company. There's those of us who are worried about our electric bill and where are we sourcing our electric. And we want to make less dependence on foreign oil. I mean, it just gets really complex in terms of all the players, so a simple yes or no doesn't necessarily cover all the bases. So what I'm asking you to do is to do a little bit of critical thinking, a little bit of research about a social problem, and come up with all the gray, all the areas, all the players, all the circumstances that make this a difficult problem, because there's lots of moving parts, lots of circumstances, lots of ifs and buts and, those kind of things. We're sort of getting our head wrapped around the fact that these problems are going to take complex solutions. It also puts up a little bit of protection from political rhetoric. Political rhetoric speaks to simple solutions. Not all the time, but most of the time, we will do this and it will solve. And I'm not picking on this because it's a conservative viewpoint, but let's build a wall. And that doesn't even, whatever effectiveness that wall has, however you feel about building a wall between us in the United States and Mexico, it is only a small part of a much larger, much more complex issue with valid arguments on both sides. So, looking into some of these topics to get that kind of gray area is sort of what Pinker's asking us to do. And it's what I'm asking you to do in the context of this discussion. So we have 2 discussions. Chapter 8 discussion B, looking at the Psi Beta website to look at all the different types of careers there are in psychology. And then considering social and global problems from the point of view of complexity. So enjoy this week. Hopefully some sunny weather is on the way. We can feel spring is in the air. And take good care, and I will see you next time.